Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Ruji Media. I'm your host Richard Morla. Thank you for watching, thank you for following along, because today also we're going to be learning something new like every time I make a new video. And today we're going to be learning about the patch tool. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright everyone, here we are inside Photoshop and we are going to be talking about the patch tool, as I already said. And here we have our background image and we are going to duplicate the background image. And in order to do that, we do Control J. Maybe first I need to click in Photoshop and now Control J. And now I'm going to rename this one. If you've been following along, you know that I'm going to rename this one Base. Alright, so now that I rename my layer, this time for the patch tool, well, actually I have a selector here. Let's reselect it again. Remember, I use here, if you're watching this video for the first time, this bar, I have it on the right side, but normally you have it here on the left side. But the tools are on the same position, just as you have it right here. So that doesn't matter. So now in the patch tool, I'm gonna go here and you can see normally you will have this area here with the spot healing brush or the healing brush tool, which is this one. So, but now we're gonna go to the patch tool. Another way to go there, in case that you have any other selection, if you press J, whatever selection, whatever tool you have current active there, it will appear. Now, for instance, if you have that one, the spot healing tool, and you want to have the patch tool, you press Shift J one time, two time, and there you go. Now you have the patch tool, which is this one. Right click right there, patch tool. All right, the patch tool work more or less like the content aware move tool work, which is that one right there. And I already explained about that one in case that you would like to know how it works in previous video that you can check on this series of Photoshop for total beginner to intermediate. All right, so here we are with the patch tool. And you can see that this time we're not going to create a new layer, because if I create a new layer, you can see that I don't have the option here like sample all layer, current and below. Well, this tool works a little different, and that's why it's good that you duplicate your background layer or image and you make a new one and you make it as base. You rename it as whatever you wish, but in my case, for the sake of this tutorial, I like to call it base. All right, here we are. As all the tool that I've been explaining, let's explain here. Here, like in the content aware tool, we have selecting a section. Like this area here is for selection, to modify and change our selection. If you hover your mouse and you let it rest over one of them, you can see in a second it will come, add to selection, subtract from selection, and intersect with selection. If you've been I don't know what is that, but if you've been following along, for sure you've been. In previous video, I explained how to modify your selection based on those 4 options that we have right there. But I'm going to explain real quick. This one is for new selection. As you can see, that's my selection right there. This one here, as it says here in a second, add to selection. If I want to add a little bit more because something was missing, maybe right there. So I just need to, oops, that's a new selection. First I need to come here, click there, and now I just click and now I add it to that selection. This one here is subtract from selection. Maybe, you know what? I don't want that. Now I click in subtract and there you go. Now I subtract that area. This is intersect. So now I just want, I just want right there. There you go. Now I have that selection right there, which is similar to remove from selection. So there you go. Now you already know that. Then you have the patch area here and you have content aware and normal. Normal, you have like, as it does, look what it happened with the patch tool. I can move this guy right there and now it disappears completely. See, I can do that right here again and move it, I don't know, maybe around there. So there you go. However, I have source. So the source is the area that I am moving. So that's the source. And I have destination. So if I choose destination, it's more or less like cloning that guy into here, as you can see. And also I have transparent. Transparent does exactly what it says. If I select this guy and move it here, now it will be translucent. Transparent, it will blend with the water. That it has this usage, for example, this little area here, right there. And now I move it here. You can see it becomes transparent, but also translucent. So it does well for objects of the same color. For instance, right there, I can do this and maybe move it there. There you go. See, that it was there is here, but now it's transparent. So it's giving like a little bit of texture. Now I'm gonna undo all those changes that I just did. And then you have here content aware. When you have content aware, you have a structure and color. And if you've been following along this series of tutorial, you remember that structure is for details and colors is also to bring more color to the area, like from the source that you are taking and moving to the new one, so you can blend more your object or subject according to the area that you're doing that. Yet, look at this. I now have content aware. Now I have sample all layer. So now I can create a new layer and I can hit sample all layer. And that change that I'm about to do with the content aware within the patch tool, now I can do it on a new layer. So let's do that. Let's hit here. We're going to create a new layer, clicking the plus symbol or Control Shift N. There you go. Now we name it and we're going to say here, content. We're gonna put a color to this one, and this time we're gonna say violet, and we're gonna hit OK. So now look at that. Now I have it here. However, I'm going to select here to new selection, and I'm going to select this area here, and I move it there. Now you can see it's gone completely, but I have a structure there. So if I zoom in all the way, I'm going to undo that. All right, and I'm gonna move, I want to put a structure to 1, hit enter, and I'm gonna move it there. Now you can see that area that is still visible, like some patching was in there. Now, however, if I move this, let's say 4, and color around 5, I'm gonna undo what I did, and I'm gonna move it right here again. Now you can see it blends way much better to that area. So I can do that as well, as you can see here. And I can also clean that area here. There you go. And maybe I can go back, and there you go, a little bit less. And there you go. Now I have that area clean there. And that is with the content aware. Now I'm gonna go back to normal. I'm going to undo everything I've done. And now let's, okay, I'm going to deselect this. There you go. And now what I'm going to do is, let's pretend nobody was here. Even though, one more thing I was missing to explain here to you guys. When I am in normal and I'm having my tool here, you already know source and destination and transparent. Let's untick that. Then you have use pattern. Use pattern is when I select my subject and I click hit pattern, whatever pattern I have there, it will be shown here, as you can see right in there. And right now I have the default patterns, but you can create your new patterns. You can create your own patterns. Also, you can unload patterns, and if that is something that you use a lot, so you certainly know how to use it now with this tool. All right, and then here you have the diffusion, which the diffusion is like how you are making your selection and how diffuse is going to be when you move it from one side to the other. As you can see, the less diffusion you have, the hotter the edges are going to be and more visible, as you can see right here. Now, if I hit diffusion, go back, undo by Ctrl Z, and then now come here, you can see now it blended better. All right, now let's pretend nobody was here, and this is a shot that I had the opportunity to go early in the morning and take my shot. First of all, I have here new selection. I have the patch area normal, into source, no transparent, and diffusion number 7. So now select and move. maybe right there. There you go. Now I'm going to remove this guy there, this woman, bye-bye, these two, hello, and all right, these are kids. Kids are beautiful, but this time we want to remove them as well. So here you go. We're going to remove this one. Look how quick we are cleaning this image, and we making an epic shot that people will ask us, how did you do that, man? Like, what time did you even go there to have that shot? Because I was trying to go there and actually I couldn't get the shot to look like that. Oh, here we have more people hidden there. They so small that I can't see it, but maybe I can move it and it will look better, like so. There you go. And look at that, before and after. And that's it, guys, for this tool. You can actually see how quick you can remove object from your image of things that you don't like. And now you know all the settings that you need in order to clean your image and make it unique as you would like it to be. So now that you have the patch tool and you know all the settings, I'm sure that you will grab this image, you will create something stunning that will impress me and impress everyone around you. I'm looking forward to see what you are capable of doing with your own image or this image, but remember, only using this tool so that you can also work with your creativity, as I was speaking in my blogs. So thank you for following me. Thank you for watching this video. And also, I'm going to ask you please to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that every time I post a video, you will be able to see it and you will be the first one watching it. Don't forget, that's what I'm trying to say. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel once again and write down below a comment. What would you like to see in the future for tutorials in Photoshop? Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and also in Facebook. You just have to type Ruji Media. Type Ruji Media, either Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, and I'm gonna be right there. Any question that you might have, or if you want to show me what you've been capable of doing, follow along this series. I will be very happy to see what you're capable of doing with everything that you have learned so far. And also, if you have any question, just let me know. Hit me in one of those social media, or you can write it down there below in the comment section. And I promise you, I'm going to read all the comments. That's it for me. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Once again, this is your host, Richard Morla. See you on the next one.